Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Boy, you're right, lad. You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling in the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now I look at you. It'll be the 8th then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Reborn now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Yeah, might as well have been blooming seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Them settlements are still a ways off, in case you were wondering. As soon as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddling's my trade. Yeah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, let's say we're one of those new adventurers. Am I warm? Yeah. Knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To win glory, I guess? No. I'll just... No, I guess I'll just kind of keep that to myself for now, I think. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Brennan's a chatterbox, but he sure as hells ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking my nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. You better watch out. Ah! Ships off the starboard bow. Pirate colours. Pirates, bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Liminson colours. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range and no buccaneer's bark will catch his flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. I was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa? Yeah. It is? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa prides itself on being the Aussia's foremost naval power. Not too long ago, the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilising influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folks ain't so quick to change. With a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates that took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, long last, land ho. Behold, Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlaen, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlaen. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by ways of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Not bad. Not a bad old fella, that Brennan.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Hey, you there? I mean you. This is my district and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Yeah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lad, I haven't got all day. Do you recognise as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. Without a bit of knowledge, you're likely to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Griffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and I will take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Badaran. He's the proprietor of the wrench. He may curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Thanks for the info. I appreciate it. Okay. Griffar. This looks like the elevator. Welcome to Limsa. If you ever mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Thanks. Let's head up then. No, this guy here. He looks like the proprietor. Hello. Greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? But you ain't here for a drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Baderon, and this most hospitable of hosteries is the Drowning Wench. It is also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we got a desk specially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Well, they need it in these parts on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to stay clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. No one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill a lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. Our homes weren't the only thing that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. Took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that made sense. None of the folks that saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. It's all foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's a group of adventurers who laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. This goddamn calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. Won't of us let us picture their damn faces. It's like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way, give or take the odd gull. It's this what got people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light. If Limsa's ever gonna put this time of darkness behind it, it's gonna need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's gonna need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe you'll be one of them, and that's why any age we can give to an adventurer is effort well spent. What say you, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Me thanks to you, and the navigator and all. I knew she'd steered you me way for a reason. But listen to me yattering on like some sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scroll right there. Okay, very well. So... Zest Flower Saber, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went on deck and mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now hold on just a minute there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine upstanding young gent is my dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lad won't be caught dead fraternising with such unsavoury elements. Yeah, what he said. Is that right? You surely aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry though. I keep one eye open at all times, me, and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Melfor, but that don't mean we won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You have to excuse these eager bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping, see, and they ain't got clues behind them. Naturally, they've taken the clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal though, us Laminsons can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true, but given time we'll grow in you. Now, where was I? Oh aye. Welcome to Limsa Laminso, where the seas as green as the faces of your patrons after a few too many blackberry whiskies. Now, take a moment to gather your wits and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the sea. Oh, that was quite the introduction to the yellow jackets there. Badavan, proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn all the fundamentals of adventuring. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that will help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down the floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of a great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aephorite, a device what can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aephorite where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there and you'll be treated to a lecture on the working of the device. Before you do that though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You find weapons and armour and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the aephorite. Don't go throwing all your guild around just yet though, or you'll be fleeced quicker than you can say, "Why's me corn purse so light?" Have a word with Swosblet instead. He's the head of the merchant league, by the way. Give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. The last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join their crew. Blautharta at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the sea and help you work out where everything is. Now, I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods will look like they might need your help, consider giving them the tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Nini over yonder's been casting glances at you since she walks in. Why not lend her an ear to see what she has to say? Aye, you're likely to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man folks can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the wench. The lads that bear that title have some fine advice for them what are just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Hello. Sure. To leave the Drowning Wench, you must accept the quest making a name by speaking with Ninia. So there's a young lady Lullafell staring at me, was there? Okay. Hello, miss. Ninia, adventurer, has some information that might be of interest to you. Well, Well, would you look at this, a shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Borok Hall not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skenrail and he'll show you, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Audskiff at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay, I mean, I'll check it out. No reason not to. Skenrail? I would like to go down, please. Wish to visit Bulwark Hole below. The crow's lift is ready when you are. Yes, I see the herbs. Let's give them a grab, I guess. It's not like I'm going out of my way particularly to pick them up, so... I don't really know much about Dream Flower anyway, whatever it is. Sir, I have something you might be interested in. Yes, I'm Audskiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Peculiar herb, a common weed rumoured to have relaxing properties when either ingested or smoked. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are a prime ingredient in the creation of somnolence, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into a sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Alphic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled from the crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry, you've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Well, yes, well met. Thank you. Well, it's good to meet you. I must run along now and do the rest of my tasks. While I'm here, let's grab this aephorite. It's very busy in Limsa today. Ah, another novice adventurer. Badon sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I'm Sundimal, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It's also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aephorites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common teleportation spells, make direct use of the aephorites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The aephorites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about aephorites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Thank you, I appreciate it, but I think I get the gist. And I'm able to use the return spell now. Okay. It's good to know. Actually, let me register this as a destination. Let's see. The markets were this way, I believe. You there. Fine day to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray, browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate on the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Baderon. Whatever could it... Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Yeah, well, hand it over. An instrument widely used in maritime navigation. This one appears to have been victim of the elements. I'm most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? I mean, generally, Gil? Wayne? Maybe some actual goods? If it's simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armour will be money well spent. And adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stores specialising in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potions and perishable needs. How keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each store. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has never ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I advert you to explore the markets for yourself. Sure, I'll give it a look around. I believe they mentioned something about some miniature Aether shards around here. I may as well attune to make navigating the area a little bit easier at least. Yeah, here's one. So yep, that should help with getting around quicker. And we'll grab the other one here. Let's speed these things up a bit, shall we? Okay, let's see, what was the other thing in the itinerary? Head up to the Marauders Guild. That was it. I believe that's upstairs. Okay, where are we? Let me check my map. Oh, right by the Culinarians Guild. grab this aetheryte while we're here. And then Marauders Guild should just be to the north. Okay, and a little bit more to make this a bit easier in future. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any axe worth swinging needs two hands on the haft and has a blade that can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? Then why don't I give you the short version of the guild's founding history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would probably be pretty difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galladan Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild were no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors that sought to use their martial powers for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over and let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling you'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. You decided to swing an axe with the Marauders in? Yep, that's why I'm here. Right then, all it needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple. I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's a bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wernzone's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Okay, yep. He definitely looks like one in charge. Excuse me. Yes, I'm Wernzon, X-Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree. But one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blaufalter, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Yes, well, I do like using axes, so I guess I could be prepared for some carnage. Very well. Your name. Attend me well then, Zest. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft times be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleating, scurrying and crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats and little ladybugs shall be our piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature fall into your blade. Very well. Shouldn't be too tough of an initial test. I would hope, anyway. However, looks like I have some mail to pick up. Let's go talk to Badder and tell him we did his tasks before we go pick up the mail. Ah, there you are, Zest. Enjoy your jaunt round the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa, it won't be the last time you visit them 3 places. And now you got some idea what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. Shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Badderon and you'll go far. Actually, let me go pick up the mail first. I believe I have a few things in there that might help me with my adventuring. And we'll go pick up these Aether crystals while we're here as well. Excuse me, Miss Postmaster Moogle. Greetings, Tall One. I'm a delivery Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak dreaming about some beautiful moglet with rainbow-coloured pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Cooper. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Look what we have here. 20 new letters have arrived for you, just for you, Kupo. Your mailbox is a complete and utter mess. There wasn't any room left, so I had to send back a letter, Kupo. Yep. Okay, let's clear this out. Okay, well that was a lot of mail to sift through. But, got a few interesting things in there. Sure, it will be a nice leg up to start me out. Yeah? Anyway, let's get back to Badderon and figure out what we're doing from here. Apart from going out and slaying some beasties in a minute. Yes. Okay, you don't have to repeat yourself, but thank you. Format lad, and welcome to the Drowning Wench. Consider me place your home away from home. Oh. Sounds famous for letting any bugger in for doing naught to stop them leaving. So you best get used to dealing with free spirits. Most folks are still recovering from that thrice-drained calamity though, and are in sore need of your venturing talent, so do your best to pop things right, and I'll do my best to help you out here when you need it. Okay, so I can't come back to him for a moment or two. Let's go out and deal with these. Deal with these beasties here. Guess we will head downstairs to get out that way. Right, let's head out. I believe this is the right gate. And we are looking for some pests that we have to eliminate. Okay. Oh, didn't take us too long to find these wolf rats, so let's deal with these first. Well, you don't hit too hard, so it's fine. And they take a lot. They take a few more whacks than I was actually expecting. I guess I might have to get a better axe sooner or later. I'm going to be on pest duty anyway. Right, let's whack another one of these ladybugs. And then we can go and try and find these lost lambs. Not sure how they're particularly pest material, but all part of the job. I see some off in the distance here. Nothing personal, little lambs, but you've got to go. Okay, that's me done for pest control duties for now. Let's head back to the Marauders Guild and tell them the job is done. Hopefully they'll give me something a bit more interesting next time. I mean, the pay's fine, but not exactly what I came here to do. Right, we should be able to make a quick trip back via the safer route over to the Marauders Guild. Haven't quite got all the Aetherites around here yet. I'll have to do that before I forget. You have returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavour. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, myriad methods to which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the marauded way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Okay, I'll come back here when I've got a bit more practice in then. Okay, map-wise, I think I'm okay with the Aetherites here. I believe I just have the one downstairs to grab a hold of, so we'll do that before we go back to Baderon. Okay, I believe by the map it's the Fisherman's Guild. Certainly a windy place, Limbs Elementor. I possibly could have gone a different way. It was a bit faster, but I'm here now. Right, I believe this is the last one. Now I can sort of move around a bit quicker. Anyway, let's head back to the aft castle. I believe it's the quickest way to get back to see Baderon. See what job he has in store for us this time. Baderon, proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants you to lend a hand at Summerford Farms. Still, Limsa, I resist. How would you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stalwern, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. You mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendations, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. Need directions? Place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Okay, good to know. I will get over there shortly.